Hi everybody, my name is Isan. I'm from Thai Johanna Foundation. I'm going to explain my research about peatland. Before I'm going presenting my research to you, I have one question. What is on your mind when you heard about peatland or lahan gambut? In your mind, our peatland is good ecosystem with high carbon stock, pristine forest, free from fires, and with prosperous people. Or you tend to think peatland is always on bad condition. Start from fires and smokes, deforestation for oil palm development, high carbon emission, and failure mega rise project. I think most of you will answer peatland utilization mean negative impact to environment. I think because we use peatland in bad ways. If we tie peatland and environmental degradation, many bad news will pop up and show everything to us. I will give you one example. Peatland fires produce smokes. If you're from Sumatra or Kalimantan, may be already familiar with mass land and forest fires in 1997 or 2015. Actually, the fires contribute to increase of global CO2 emission on Earth. But here, my last question, are peatland is always in bad condition? Or maybe you haven't heard about a good one. In this presentation, I will show you there is a peatland with good condition and give prosper to community. Me and Noyara in this resource try to explain how integrated water resource management become main core for sustainable coconut agriculture in Indonesia. Our study area at Pulau Burung District, Indragiri Hilir, Riau Province. The location is at east coast of Sumatra Island, near Batam and Singapore, as you can see on the map. Why we choose this location? Because Pulau Burung is one of coconut producer in Indonesia. Maybe your santan when you cooking is from here because Pulau Burung region produce 1/10 of coconut in Indonesia. The objective of this research to examine and learn the practice of coconut agriculture in peatland that can contribute to sustainability. To achieve that objective, we have 5 parameters. First, 2-year measurement of groundwater table in plantation area. As you know, peatland need to be inundated. If groundwater level is low, it will accelerate peat oxidation and vulnerable to fire. Second, we measure peat subsidence yearly, started from 1986 to 2019. Third, we measure fire incident from field observation and interview to local community. Fourth, we collected coconut productivity from secondary data. The coconut productivity data is to show how water management system can maintain sustainable coconut productivity. And the last is regional development. Maybe you know when one area well developed will attract people to come. And here the result. The definition of integrated water management system in this resource, or we call it water management trinity, is water management that consists canal, dikes, water gates, and dams. The water gate and dams function is basically to regulate the water resource in peatland, so water available all year long during any season. In short, the canal is not to drain, but to store water and become main transportation system in Pulau Burung. And here the result of relationship between water management trinity and groundwater table. The water management system can maintain groundwater table in acceptable level for optimum crop production without peatland degradation. The system can maintain water table depth with range 30 to 70 cm below the surface. Water table highly correlated with rainfall, even in severe drought in August and September last year. The system managed water table not exceed 70 centimeters. As stated in regulation, peatland ecosystem categorized as degraded peatland if water table lower than 70 centimeters below the surface. And because the peatland ecosystem has higher groundwater table, made the peatland subsidence is low compared to another plantation. In usual peatland utilization, using canal to drain peatland, which made higher subsidence in first 5 years of operation. Because water management treaty applied since the beginning of plantation, impact on subsidence rate. The rate of subsidence is 1 centimeters per year, and at first 2 years, the subsidence rate only 3 centimeters per year. You see in the graph the difference of peatland subsidence between drainage utilization and coconut plantation in Pulau Burung is more than 2 meters. Also, because groundwater table is high, created high soil moisture, the impact is we found no large fire since 1986. And what about coconut productivity? Our data since 2013 to 2019, or 6 years measurement, we found the coconut productivity is above national average. The coconut productivity in Indonesia per annum is around 4,200 nuts. In Pulau Burung, the highest harvest in 2016 almost double the national productivity. And in the graph, the variability of coconut productivity caused by climate condition, not from peatland soil. And the last, Pulau Burung tested regional development in fast rate. In just 3 decades, the population is double, which means Pulau Burung as coconut producer in Indonesia is promising for people to looking for a jobs and better livelihood. Finally, we have 4 conclusions. First, the key of sustainable peatland use is on water management. It is need to be regulate water in peatland. Second, high groundwater table mean low subsidence rate and low fire risks. So, the mass fire in 2015, for example, is not happen in Pulau Burung. Third, the system can maintain coconut productivity above national average, which mean sustainable economic benefit for community in Pulau Burung. And the last, sustainable coconut agriculture development in Pulau Burung brings welfare to people. And here, our last slide in this presentation. Actually, we can choose between sustainable use in peatland or unsustainable use. In Pulau Burung, the development of coconut agriculture choose in sustainable ways. I will close my presentation with one quote. When you make a choice, you change the future. Thank you.